Hello there, it's Jay here from Jay's Vintage Junk, and today this is only going to be a quick little update video because unfortunately I've managed to break my tripod, so I'm going to have to do all this handheld. But I thought I'd do a little update on the old Project Mildrids Ashtray anyway, because I've been having a bit of a fiddle and a tinker this evening, and I'll basically going to do this video just to show you what I've come up with so far. What you can see here, this is my BBC Model B here. It's an issue 3. I think I've shown it in some other videos anyway. And basically what I've done is I've stripped this BBC Model B down to the absolute bare minimum you can actually get a BBC to boot up and actually display its basic prompt. If you can see here, I've completely stripped the thing down. If you can see, we've got nothing to do with the disk drive controllers installed. The 6522 there's missing, the 6522 there's missing. We've just got the system ROM and basic ROM. We've got the video ULA in. We've got the teletext IC. We've got the CPU, and we've got the video output IC, and obviously, and all the glue logic's still in there, but basically I've taken absolutely everything else out of there, and in this configuration actually the computer will boot without a keyboard. I'll just quickly demonstrate here now. I just switch it on and then point you up at my screen. As you can see, it does boot up fine. Obviously you've no keyboard to type on, you've no audio, no other actually idea that the computer's working, but what it does do is it shows you the absolute base minimum configuration you can get away with on one of these things to actually get the screen to fire up and power up, and it just proves that the core of the computer is actually working. You know, your CPU's firing up, it's talking to the RAM, it can read the ROMs, it can communicate with the display hardware, everything like that. So basically what I've done, I'm going to switch that off, is I have set up I have set up Mildrids Ashtray in exactly the same configuration. So what I've done is I've taken everything off the clean board, apart from, we've got the video IC in, which I've tested on my Beeb, and it's in full working order. We've got a replacement 6502. The 6502, if you remember from the previous video when we was first looking at this, we did test it on my board and it turned out to be completely dead. So I've got a good known working 6502 in there. The teletext IC, again, I've tested that on my BBC and I know it's in full working order. Same with the OS ROM and the basic ROM. They've both been tested in my Beeb, and they've both been found to be in working order. And basically we are missing the video ULA. We don't have a video ULA for it, so we're going to have to pinch that out of my Beeb just for quick initial testing. So I'm just going to quickly pause you here, because it's going to be far too difficult to pull that out and transfer it while I'm handheld on the camera. So just bear with me a sec. I'll be right back in a sec when I've got that swapped over. Okay, we're back, and as we can see there, I've quickly swapped in the video ULA from my Beeb. And we can give this thing a quick test. I have already actually tested it, I must admit, and unfortunately this is all we get. So if I power it on, and basically this is all we get. So we just get a black flashing screen. We've got a little bit of pulsing on it there. And if we have the keyboard connected up, we would also be getting a beeping, a continuous beep. You normally get the beep beep from a BBC as it powers up. It just gives a continuous, long, droning beep. Now, I must admit, I think it was Gadget UK has tackled one of these last year, and I think he was having exactly the same problem with his. Where when you just powered it up, it was just giving like a blank screen and just a long tone beep. So what I might do actually before I go very much further into this is go and watch some of his videos. But yeah, it's basically this is what we've got so far. So we've got, I'll just switch that back off and just prove that, just try quickly switching it back on again. And no, we don't get any sign of anything up on screen. But like I said, if we, in fact, let me just quickly, I'll just quickly connect a speaker up to it. Oh, actually, no, we're not going to get a beep out of it at the moment because I haven't got any. Just thought I haven't got the 6522s installed, so we're not going to get any of the audio side working. At least I don't think so. Let's just quickly connect a speaker up to it, but I don't think we'll get any audio out of it because we haven't got the 6522 in there. Suppose I could just bang one in quickly, couldn't we, and just see if that'll make a difference. Actually, we are getting a little bit of a beep out of that. Yeah, I don't know if you heard that. In fact, let me get another a different speaker because that one mightn't be very good. Let me get the proper BBC one. Got the keyboard off my other beep here. Oops. I don't know how some of these YouTubers that actually go on and actually do it all handheld actually go on with it. I'd find it almost impossible. I think I did some of my very early videos on an iPhone actually handheld, and that was incredibly difficult to do. Let's see if we can connect this up and just see whether. See, I'm not sure if we'll get a tone out of it because we haven't got the 6522 in there to interface the CPU to the actual audio. But oh yeah. So we're just getting a long continuous tone out of the thing, but at least it's not completely dead. Like I said, we've got. I'll move the keyboard out of the way because it is the one nice thing. Like I said, if you've got the configuration, you've got it set up this basically without the 6522s or anything like that, and it will actually power up to a basic prompt with no keyboard or anything else connected, which is quite handy for initial testing. In fact, there's one thing I think we could just quickly try. I believe it's this jumper here. Selects which bank of the two 16K banks is active, so it'll basically turn a 32K machine into a 16K machine. If I'm right, it's a long time since I've fiddled with that because my machine was originally a 16K machine and then it was upgraded to a 32. As well, I think this was a 32K machine. Sorry, from day one. Let me see if I can winkle that jumper off and swap it over. I think that's the right jumper. I could be barking up the wrong tree here, but if I'm right and that does swap the banks over and it's a RAM fault that's causing this, that could possibly actually make it so it fires up. Let's try it. No. Didn't think it'd be that simple, but like I said, I just thought that would be a quick little try. Let's just put that back. So I think it's going to be a case of digging the scope out, digging the logic probe out, and starting from there. In fact, that's going to be the next video. I'll dig a scope out, I'll dig the logic probe out, and we'll go about and we'll see if the CPU's running. We'll see if it's talking to the ROM. We'll try and find out why. Yeah, we'll see if the it's actually talking to the ULA as well. Because I've got plenty of things to go off. But the first thing I think I'm going to do actually is go and sit down with a nice glass of red wine and go and watch Gadget UK's videos on his BBC Model B that he tattled. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for now because this was just a real quick little update on what I'm doing with the Project Mildrids Ashtray. And apologies, it's not going to be longer, but about 10 minutes is as long as I can actually hold this hold this camera to do this. So there will be a an update on this. Like I said, I'll get the old scope out and the logic probe, and we'll really crack on into this, and hopefully I'll have got a new tripod before then, so I won't have to do it all handheld. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little update on this project. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.